What is up, my little witchy friends? I know that there has not been a road rambling in a hot minute, so here we go. In case y'all didn't know, just quick rundown. Last week sucked. I had no power until yesterday. It's almost a week. 6 days. It was stupid. Anyway, let's talk. Let's chat. Because I don't know about y'all, but I woke up. I kind of, this last 2 weeks was a reset. This last 2 weeks was a complete and utter reset. Not only was it a reset for me, but it was a reset for so many other people in so many ways. Now, what's even funnier is this. Like, I legit felt like I got bullied by the universe, the whole fucking universe the last 2 weeks, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't gotta take my lunch money every day. You don't gotta put me in a locker every day. But no, that's exactly what it felt like. I felt like I got shoved in a fucking locker and robbed for every bit of my allowance money all week. All week. It was stupid. Anyway, how many of y'all felt like that? Because that's dumb. That is, that's dumb. So, it did show me one thing. And I want to talk about this because I'm hoping that it showed y'all the same thing, okay? It showed me where I've been stupid. Because I don't know what the fuck's been wrong with me, to be honest. I'm normally not a very negative person. I'm not a very down person. I'm not toxic positivity person either. But, I don't want to turn down that street. But I'm not Debbie Downer. You know what I mean? So, but I caught myself over the last couple weeks being like, fuck this, fuck that. I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. Like, I didn't want to do anything. Okay. Like, I don't know. I am not that person. I work my fucking ass to the bone. And then some. But yet, I don't know. Truthfully, it's been the whole first part of this year, but really bad in the last couple weeks, last month. So what I find really interesting is this last couple weeks was a reset, a big, massive reset. Maybe I needed to be bullied by the universe and shoved in the fucking locker. Maybe I needed to be shown where I was falling down on my personal habits, my spiritual self. Like, I did. I needed it to be in my face like, you're being a fucking stupid dumbass. You're being a cunt. Get your fucking big girl pants on and let's fucking go. That's what I needed, okay? So here we are. We got our big girl pants on and we're going. So I made several decisions. I don't know what that person's doing. They ain't making decisions. They were going to get on the highway, off the highway, on the highway, off the highway. They don't know what they're doing. All right. Have a good day, sir. Stay over there. But I made several really intense, big decisions this week. And one of the main ones is this. Y'all know that I travel a lot. Like last year, I felt like I was gone more than I was home. It was really about, 60-40, me being home versus me being gone, the 40% me being gone. That's a lot. If you really think about it, that's a lot. And everything in my gut over the last 2 weeks is like, and I started questioning myself, like, am I just being paranoid? Am I getting agoraphobia again? Like, because I've had agoraphobia in the past. Everything in me was like, you don't need to travel as much this year. In fact, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I mentioned it last night on the live, but I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I am going to be canceling a lot of appearances this year. I am. I will be in Arkansas in July, and I will be in Kentucky for Scarefest. But I'm probably going to cancel LA and Chicago and a couple of others that I am slated to do. And I'm going to lose money because I have to pay for those booths. So I'm going to lose a few $1,000s in booth fees. And it is what it is. Because everything in my gut is telling me no. To be honest, when I go to events, I lose money every time. I do. I don't make money. because people, the cons that I go to, they have been stacked with celebrities, and so people go and then they have to wait in line for 2 or 3 hours to get an autograph from the celebrity that they wanted to go see. And some of those autographs cost upwards of $80 to $200, and so they're spending their money on those things versus other things. So vendors are not making any money. They're not. And I try to buy stuff from vendors to at least help them a little bit. I make no money. I don't even break even. In fact, my Dallas trip cost me overall everything that I had to pay, the hotel, the booth, and the booth was not cheap, like all of those things, okay? That was about a $5,500 trip. Would you guys like to know how much I actually made as far as sales go? $1,500. That's it. 1500. That's all I made. So that is a loss of $4,000 in one weekend. That is rent for my shop and my house. So I'm going to be canceling most of my appearances because I also feel like I need to be here for my kid. My kid's senior year is this next year, and I just need to be here. I've been spending a lot of time at the shop this last week. I made the comment Saturday, and this is what I get for fucking saying this, last Saturday before the storm hit, that I needed to spend more time at the shop. Well, guess what? I've been living at the fucking shop this week because I've had no power at my house. So I've been at the shop. And I realized how much shit has migrated to my house for me working at my house. And that is unacceptable because I now have no separation between work and home. So therefore, I feel like I've got so much to do and I'm overwhelmed because I feel like I'm always at work. Even when I'm at home, I cannot sit down and relax. I can't. I always feel like I've got all this stuff to do. So, I've taken 3 carloads of shit to my shop this week. I have a pretty good sized SUV. There's still more. I've also realized that I really love doing lives. I miss you guys. But at the same time, I was killing myself with that live schedule. Lives every single evening, I just can't. I just can't. It doesn't give me any time to make things. I miss crafting and hand making spiritual items. I miss it. I don't have time because I'm always on a live. I can't do that anymore. I can't. I have other things that I need to do. I'm losing myself in all of that. I'm losing my path. My path has a blizzard blown over it, and I don't like that. So, all that's going to change. But the biggest change that I made was weird, okay? So, I have a whiteboard in my office, and I've had it for a year and a half, 2 years now. No, I've had one for about a little over 2 years. So on this whiteboard, I write my goals for the year up in the right corner. And they're boxed in. And then the rest of the whiteboard is just for, whatever it is I need to do, pay attention to, whatever. Okay. I had 8 major goals up there, and then a 9th that was just, what in the hell? Oh, they're spraying sod. Okay, I thought they were spraying this house down. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, the house is not on fire. They're spraying sod. Okay. I digress. So anyway, I have these goals, right? And this year I set some very lofty goals. Last year I set what I thought were lofty goals and I obliterated them. So proud of myself. This year I set some very lofty goals. I mean, they were lofty. Now, one of them I already made. It wasn't very lofty. I took the littlest one and I popped it off my list really quickly. But here's the thing. Yesterday, I woke up at the shop before I knew I had power. And I knew that those goals no longer mattered. They didn't. My goals shifted this week. My path shifted this week. And I realized that. And it was like this massive weight got taken off my shoulders. And it was wonderful. So when I got home yesterday, I erased my goals. I erased them. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a little anxious when I did it, because they've been up there since January 1. And they've been up there so long that they kind of stained the whiteboard. But I was like, oh no, I got scrubbed until I got, where I couldn't really see it. And I wrote new goals on there. And I think I only wrote like a couple. I only wrote like 3 instead of 8. Easily attainable goals. One of them is a decently lofty goal. But there are no monetary goals on there. There are no big material goals on there. And I feel utterly fantastic about that. So, I got dressed up, filmed some videos, and I got on a live with you guys. And we chatted and we talked, and I worked a little bit, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. I updated some things on the website. I added a couple of new services. And one of the things too, I'm struggling with this part, is that I set my prices at a certain amount. And I thought that, I have a couple of appointments, coaching appointments, that were set a little lower because I thought it would help people out. Well, apparently not. Nobody books them. And everybody's been telling me, you need to up your prices, you need to up your prices. And they're showing me other creators, other spiritual creators' prices. And I'm looking at their prices and my jaw is hitting the floor, because some of these people don't even have a quarter of the following that I do. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm seeing things that are like $200 an hour. And I'm like, sometimes more expensive is not always better. I'm not saying that these creators aren't worth it, but I'm saying, what? But I did listen to Sass, and I did listen to Shane. Shane made a good point yesterday. Used very logical mathematic terms. Sass just bitches at me. But here's the other thing. I realized this too, because I watched how things went this week in Tulsa. And in case you guys didn't know, like, Tulsa got hit by a really horrible storm last Saturday, knocked out power to the majority of the city. There was no gas, there was no food. Like, I lost everything in my refrigerator, like $400 I just bought. Groceries, all the stuff in my freezer, everything gone. And so, sorry, I was laughing at something back there. It has not really been on the news. Ooh, the crackheads be cracking. It has not really been on the news, but there was looting. There were businesses broken into. There were homes broken into. There were people fighting over things that were being looted. There were people fighting over gas. Like, it was eye-opening for me. It was like watching the beginning of a horror movie. And I realized a lot of things. So, one of the things I realized is I quit making tinctures and salves. I haven't made any in a long time. I take that back. I have a couple of tinctures that have been sitting there steeping for a couple of months now. Those things are in my back seat. They're headed to the shop because I have everything I need to package them up to sell. There's a reason that I hold 64 certifications in holistic and spiritual therapies. There's a reason. There's a reason. And I haven't been using them. I haven't been using that. So guess what? I also let people bully me into taking labels off and on and trying to find a better label for myself or whatever. There is no better label for myself than the term shaman. There's not. I let someone bully me, calling me a plastic shaman and all that stuff. I'm not stupid. I researched the fuck out of everything. I know exactly what all that was. Do you not think that I struggled with the name Bodhi for a long time? Do you not think that I struggled with the term shaman for a long time? Do you not think that? Because I did. But guess how I grew up? I grew up being trained to do this. So fuck that, fuck y'all, and fuck that person, that one creator in particular, for bullying me and letting me bully myself into believing that's not who I am, what I do, how I was raised, etc. Fuck you and your gatekeeping. Fuck you and your little piece of shit. Oh, I'm a big person because I pick on everybody. Their whole account is picking on everybody. I'm not going to get mad about it anymore because it's my own fault. The madness, the anger is at me for letting that happen. But I will tell you this. This week was an eye-opener for me. Not only was this week an eye-opener for me, but I feel better than I have felt in a long time. And I'm super happy about it. So, let's make changes, y'all. Let's be who we're supposed to be. Let's stop stressing about all of this shit that everybody's stressing about. Because it is what it is. And I'm here at the shop. So I'm going to go in. So I got a live in 30 minutes. We're going to make some shit and some stuff and do some things. And I love each and every one of you. And I will see you on the next Road Rambling.